Welcome to the Prioritize You podcast, your go-to for connection and support in your journey of prioritizing your health in the chaos of motherhood. I'm your host, Brittany, health, fitness, and nutrition coach and mom of 3. I've navigated the depths of postpartum challenges, and through personal experience and 15 years of professional experience as a health and fitness coach, I was able to develop practical systems and frameworks to not only stay afloat, but to thrive physically and mentally. It's called the Prioritize You method. Say farewell to the pressures of perfection and restrictive routines. No more guilt, no more rigid regimens, no more burpees, just a compassionate space where self-love and sustainable practices are the goal. It's time to rediscover your energy, enthusiasm, and confidence as you take on the most kind and gentle journey of prioritizing you. Let's do this. I'm right here with you, promise. Hi, hello. I'm so excited. Welcome back to the Prioritize You podcast. Today we are going to be talking about 5 things I don't care about as your health and fitness coach. Sure, maybe these are things that will work on, but I really don't care. It's not going to be oh my God, I can't work with you because of this. You know what I'm saying? And also it doesn't mean that you're a lost cause because one of these things apply to you. You know what I mean? So anyways, that is what we're talking about. 5 things that I just don't care about as your health and fitness coach. My goal of this episode for you is to just walk away and knowing that okay, I am normal because I fit into one of those things, and that doesn't mean that I'm a lost cause. I want you to feel okay, I can do this. This is a possibility for me. This is a space where I can accomplish my goals because it's available, And I'm excited to share this with you because I think, I talk to a lot of women who come to me and they're yeah, I'm so sorry, I XYZ. And I'm okay, and that's okay. This is a space where we meet you where you are. I am not the type of coach, maybe there's some out there, and I'm sure that there are, but I'm just not the type of coach that's okay, you have to fit these qualifications in order for me to work with you because I just can't work with you if you don't have a gym membership. Well, okay, and good for you to work with such a specific clientele, but that's just not the clientele that I work with. I work with millennial moms who are anxious, type A, stressed out, burned out, want to be able to reach their goals, but don't feel like they have the time, space, or capacity to be able to do that, and maybe even the support to be able to do that. And a lot of these things just it's harder when you're a mom. Let's be real. If you're listening to this, you're likely a mom. Life is harder when you are a mom. And that is just truth. But what is also truth is that we can still see results and still get to where we want to be. It just is going to look differently than somebody else, And yeah, so I'm excited about it. Let's get into the details. So I kind of already prefaced this one a little bit and gave this one away, but number 1 of 5 things I don't care about as your health and fitness coach is I don't care if you don't have a gym membership. If you have one, great. Now we have access to a variety of weights and machines and equipment and whatever. But if you don't have a gym membership, does that mean that you cannot see results? No, not at all. I have worked most of the women that I work with do not have a gym membership. Or if they do have a gym membership, they aren't doing all of their workouts or most of their workouts at the gym. For the most part, moms of young kids are working out at home because that's what they have to do in order to make it work, because that's just how it is when you're a mom. So yeah, it just doesn't matter. There are things that we can use around the house. You can, if you've got the finances to be able to put, or if you've got finances to put behind buying new equipment or, getting some off of Marketplace or garage sales or, saying to all of your family members, hey, I'm starting this new workout program. Does anybody have any dumbbells lying around? I can't tell you how many of my clients I've said, send a text out in the family group chat and say, hey, does anybody have dumbbells that I can use? Almost always someone is like, you know what? Yeah, I do have these and I'm not using them. Um, and yeah, you can have them. You know what I mean? Like, there's usually always someone, especially after COVID. Holy crap. So many people like stocked up on exercise equipment during COVID that now maybe they're like back at the gym and they've got all of this at home equipment, or they bought it during COVID because that was like the hot thing to do. And then they realized, like, oh, I don't even work out, you know? So a lot of people have equipment. Reach out and like see who has what, right? So that you don't feel like you have to have a gym membership. Another thing is like I have on my Amazon shop. Is that what it's called? Why am I having a brain fart right now? Anyways, like on my Amazon shop, storefront. Jeez. I have a couple of things on there that I think are so nice and it really changed the game for me when I am creating programs for my clients, because most of my clients have this equipment. But another thing, it's like it's changed for me because it kind of like creates like, oh, I kind of like have a gym at my house now, is a like anchor deal that like basically has these different attachment points, and you strap it onto your door, and I think there's 5 anchor points. So like a tall one, a little bit less tall, a middle one, like almost lower to the ground, and then like at the very bottom there's another anchor point. And you can strap your bands into that, and it mimics like a cable machine, and it is so nice. It's so nice, and I'm pretty sure it's like $17, which is like nothing when it comes to getting yourself some equipment for at home, okay? So there are definitely ways for you to create your own little at-home gym so that you do not have to have a gym membership. I'm looking right now, like my home office is actually in my room because our room is like fairly large, but our house all like as a whole is not very big. And so my home office is in my bedroom, and I'm looking across into like the corner, and I've got my little like wellness corner, and it's got like my yoga mat and my foam roller and my dumbbells and my bands. Like it's this teeny tiny little corner with this little basket that of course I got at like TJ Maxx or something like that. It's super cute, but it's got all of my stuff in there, and it's just like my little at-home gym corner. And it's so nice. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It was one cost, like you just have to buy these things once and then you have them. So again, you do not need a gym membership. It is not required of you. You can make things work without it. Okay? So anyways, that was a long spiel on number 1. Number 2, in 5 things I don't care about as your health and fitness coach, is I don't care if you track your nutrition. If you do it, great. If you don't, great. If you want to try it to see the data, great. If you don't want to try it because you don't want to see that data because you're worried about yourself getting obsessed with it, great. It doesn't matter where you're starting. What matters is that we meet you where you are and then move forward appropriately. Like, isn't that kind of the theme of all of this? Yes. But here's the thing. The most important thing to me as your health and fitness coach is you having a good relationship with your nutrition. That is my number 1 priority with my health and fitness clients, because I'm also a nutrition coach. And so making sure that my clients have a good relationship with their nutrition is huge. So that's my ultimate goal. I like to focus on working with my clients on informed, intuitive eating. So we're going to eat intuitively. We're going to listen to your body. We're not going to have a restrictive mindset. We're going to be very open-minded to the foods that you have, but we're going to make those decisions based in education and knowledge. We're not going to base it on like some wackadoo lady on Instagram who says that like you have to pour your water into 2 cups and then into your 3rd cup before it's like good for you. I've seen so much on social media. I'm just like blown away sometimes. So yeah, I kind of got away from like the point, but I do not care if you track your nutrition. It is not going to like end things for you. I have clients who track their nutrition and see results. I have clients who track their nutrition once a month just to like check in with the data, who get results. I have clients who have never tracked nutrition in their life and have 0 interest in doing that, and they see results as well. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you are. We just, okay, here's where you are, here's where you want to be, and we get there. you know? Now, this kind of leads into number 3, actually, because I really don't care if you have specific goals. That just, it doesn't matter. So often, coaches are taught, like we as coaches are taught to help our clients create very specific goals so that we can create very specific programs and plans to get there. However, that does not mean that if you don't have a specific goal, that doesn't mean that you can't get to your desired result. Because sometimes we just don't even know, like we just know we don't want to be where we are. You know, like we know, okay, I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want to lose weight. I don't know if I want to be stronger. I just know I can't keep doing this. This is not working for me. What I'm doing right now is causing pain. What I'm doing right now is causing anxiety and stress and burnout. And I'm so tired and I'm so sore and I just don't feel good every day. You can get to the point where we create specific goals off of that. But you do not have to have one from the beginning. You just need to know that I don't want to be right here anymore. And that's okay. Because we can get you to where you want to be. And through time, maybe you'll realize and create specific goals. But you don't have to have them right away. It is not a requirement. Of course, it's going to be something that I ask you. Because if you do have a specific goal, I want to know that. But if I ask you and say like, oh, what are your goals? What are some things that you want to, get from this program or get from working with me? And if you're like, I don't know, I just want what's happening right now. I want this to stop. Awesome. Oh my God. Yes. Like we can do that, So, okay. Anyways, let's move on. Number 4, I do not care. And if you get anything from this, I want you to hear me. I do not care if you do not want to work that hard. Okay? 10 years ago, Brittany would be like, what? You have to work hard for your goals. And you have to no, you do not. Like, I have become, I want to brand myself as the bare minimum coach. Because you do not have to work that hard to get results. I don't work that hard to get the results that I have. I push myself in the gym every once in a while. Every time? No, I really don't. I try to progress and lift heavier weights, but I do not work as hard as I can because you don't have to. There is a way to get to where you want to be with bare minimum mass effort. And I'm dead serious when I say that, okay? I have come home from the gym before, and my husband has looked at me and been like, you're not even really that sweaty. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't work that hard. Because I didn't have to. I'm lifting the weights. I am fatiguing my muscles. I am doing the things that I need to do. But I am not training to be a professional athlete. I am not training to go to the Olympics. I am not training for performance. I am training so that I can play with my kids, so that I can pick my kid up and launch him across the room onto my bed. I want to be able to pick all 3 of my kids up at the exact same time because they think it is so fucking funny. Those are the things that I'm training for. I'm training to reduce pain. I am training for longevity in my life. I am training so that my joints feel strong and I don't blow a shoulder out when I reach back to hand my kid a fruit snack in the back seat. Those are the things that matter to me. And if you're listening, I can almost guarantee that those are the things that matter to you. Because if you were training for some performance-based thing, or if you were training for the Olympics, or if you were, training to be a professional athlete, I'm not your coach. And you would not be listening to this podcast right now. You are here for a reason. You are listening for a reason. And you do not have to work that hard to get amazing results. Promise. Okay? Promise you that. Let's move on. Number 5 of 5 things I do not care about as your health and fitness coach. I don't give a single fuck if you eat processed foods because they make your life easier. Over time, do we want to eat more whole and natural foods? Yeah, sure. Do we also need our life to be easier because we've got fucking kids running around all day long and they're driving us nuts, and sometimes you just need something quick to feed your kids and yourself? Yeah. And you want to know what? Processed foods allow us to do that. And again, we are doing bare minimum effort to get results. So if processed foods fits into that criteria for you right now, it is not going to end it all for you. Okay? And there are going to be people online who use scare tactics and fear mongering to say, oh my God, your processed foods are like destroying your results and they're the reason why you can't get to where you want to be. Okay, but if I didn't eat that processed food, I wouldn't have eaten at all. Is that better? Do you think that that's better? I don't. Fed is best. Okay? Fed is best. Just like for our freaking babies. Okay? We need to be fed just like our kids do. And if processed foods help you do that and help you build the habit of actually eating the meals and not skipping meals, why would we not do that? We can work from there. If reducing processed foods from your diet is something that's on your list of things to do, of course we can work on that. And that can be something that is a goal for you. But does that mean that you can't get to where you want to be? No. I eat processed foods. If you eat a protein bar, that is a processed food. If you are drinking a protein shake, that is a processed food. I think we've gotten so far away from demonizing certain processed foods and then raising other processed foods up onto a pedestal to be like, oh, these are the processed foods though, not these ones. Sure, is there some nutritional benefit that's better in some than others? Sure, maybe. But we can't say all processed foods are bad when that's just not true. You know what I mean? I could go on such a tangent about that. But just know that eating processed foods is not natural. It is normal and it is expected. And as a mom, sometimes we just need the easy route. And it is okay if you are taking the easy route because it is saving your fucking sanity. Okay? It is okay. I see you. You are heard. I understand you. I promise you. And I'm with you. I'm literally with you. My kids are 5, 3, and 18 months old. We eat chicken nuggets out of the bag every single day for lunch. My kids do, not me. I just don't like them that much. But my kids do. And it saves me. It saves me to know that they're going to eat, number one. And it saves me because it's easy. I know they're going to eat it. And it makes for just such a smoother day when my kids just know that that's what they're getting. And they know that they're going to eat it. And they know that they've got a meal that they're going to enjoy. So we got to just take the pressure off in a lot of ways. And I hope that that's what you got out of this episode is let's reduce some of the pressure that we feel in our health and fitness journey because we've got enough mom guilt going on. We don't need more health and fitness guilt. We just don't. We actually need to lower that, reduce the barriers for entry on this stuff. And we need to just do small things to, promote longevity of life. And I don't know. I don't know how to wrap this up because how I would like to wrap up this episode is giving you a hug. But I can't do that. So just imagine me giving you a big hug right now because that is what I want to do. So let's do this to wrap this episode up. I'm going to go through these one more time and I just want you to take a second to give yourself some grace. I have been a health and fitness coach for women for 15 years. And these are 5 things that I do not care about as your health and fitness coach. I do not care if you have a gym membership. I do not care if you track your nutrition. I do not care if you set very specific goals or have very specific goals. I want you to know that you don't really have to work that hard, and you don't have to want to work that hard, okay? And I also don't care if you eat processed foods because they make your life easier, okay? Big hug. I love you. I mean it. I hope you have literally the best day ever. And one more thing, actually, if you are listening to this right now, like on Tuesday, September 3rd, tomorrow, Wednesday, September 4th, I am hosting a free masterclass on my Instagram. My handle is Hey, it's Brittany Jones. Please come, because I'm going to be talking about 3 ways that you are self-sabotaging your like health and fitness goals, and I would love for you to check it out. It's going to be just filled with so much usable information that you'll be able to take from the masterclass and like apply to your life right away. So anyways, again, love you, mean it. I hope you have the best day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into the Prioritize You podcast. If you got something out of this episode, it would mean the world to me if you would screenshot this and share it on your stories, or just share it with a friend. Just imagine if we could all prioritize our needs as moms. I just feel like the world would be a better place if moms were more well taken care of. And if you feel like, oh my God, Brittany, I need support like right now, I get it, and I've got you. Go to my website and fill out the coaching application, and let's get this process started. All right, I'll see you all on my Instagram between episodes. I'd love to hear from you. So send me a DM and let's chat about how you can start to prioritize you. And maybe I'll just create an episode around any questions that you might have. You can also leave a rating and review on iTunes. It really helps me get this message out there and connect with more moms who are in this same position as us. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next episode.